What's up, YouTube? I'm currently sitting at Armour Park, just across the 31st Street Bridge from campus. Sorry, 33rd Street. 33rd Street. Crosses the highway. I don't know, I feel strange. Strange is actually the wrong word. I think I feel a few things. I felt frustrated today, and then probably 30 seconds before I opened up this video, I think I came to the conclusion that I just feel kind of depressed today. I think that's the best way to categorize it. I felt very unmotivated and lacking discipline, or maybe it's not even discipline, but lacking interest in anything. I sat on third for a while, trying to think of something productive to do. I was thinking about how I'm going to be traveling, and it'd be great to spend my time traveling also being productive in some career sense. And so I was thinking, okay, well, I have the particle boron microcontroller. I should do a project with that. So I thought maybe I'll use ChatGPT to brainstorm some projects, get some ideas, and I don't know. Nothing sounded too interesting. I tried playing around with it, and then I really just couldn't focus. Focus was a big thing for me today. I feel like I haven't been able to focus on anything. I've been thinking okay, maybe I could have spent that time learning Spanish or learning Portuguese. But I don't know. I didn't do that. And I felt like I just was really wasting my time. Because I've also been thinking how I really do want to travel, and I'm about to be traveling within the United States, but my mind has been set on traveling outside of the United States, in Latin or South America. And I don't think I'd do that in the van. I really don't. I don't feel like I'd know what I'd be doing. I mean, I wouldn't know what I'd be doing, traveling without the van in a Spanish-speaking country. I've never done solo travel. I've never done backpacking. I've never done a work exchange. But these are things that I think would be fun to do. At least in my head, it seems like a cool idea. Without having ever, done it, I have no clue, and I can only imagine what it's like. And I was thinking, well, life doing stuff like that might be fun. That might be satisfying. That might be enjoyable. Making connections with people around the world and learning the type of things I'd be learning is language, culture, and just having more worldly experiences. And I think that sounds more interesting to me, and that's kind of been on my mind. But it's how do I sustain myself doing that? And I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. It's easy to say, oh, well, I could just be a content creator. Because I do enjoy that, but I think I enjoy it more so for myself. And I don't think that anything I've created so far has been something that would interest a wide audience. So, I don't know, that doesn't really seem realistic. What is in my hair? Sweatshirt fuzz. Right. And I thought, like, okay, well, I could, like, pick up my TEFL course and get certified teaching English as a foreign language and do that, because that would allow me to work, wherever. And I think that's one idea. And then I was thinking, well, fuck, like, do I even really enjoy teaching English? I don't know, because I've never fucking done it. I don't know if I'd be good at it, but I've never tried it. And I know I would need some type of structure, some type of guidance, I think. I don't feel like always so confident in, like, trying something without having some bit of structure or some bit of guidance. And I think that's, like, one of the things that I was thinking about today as well, and I feel like maybe I'm struggling with it right now. It's like having a lack of structure in my life. And it's crazy because, like, I always tell myself, well, that's what I would like for my, future, for my career. It's like to be able to create my own structure and guide myself. But, like, I feel like if I don't have a job or I don't have a clue, like, how to make money on my own, I feel like it falls apart and it doesn't make any sense. So then it's like, okay, well, then do I give it all up and jump back into working like everyone else? And, like, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like, if I find something that I enjoy, but, like, most realistically, like, maybe I go for what's available and I take the easy way out, because I don't know how to navigate the hard way. And the easy way out for me would be, like, saying yes to one of the recruiters that hops into my LinkedIn DMs and says, hey, well, we need a job for this type of role, fit in this state. And I think I could get that job. I could. And while that might be a cool experience, it's like, it's an experience that comes to me that I didn't seek out necessarily. And so, is that, like, truly what I should be doing? I don't know. And then it's like, okay, well, something like that supports a more sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary as in, we'll say opposite of nomadic, where I wouldn't be traveling. And, like, that idea doesn't appeal to me as much because I want to explore. It's like, okay, well, then another alternative is looking for an engineering type role, something where my skills already align with it, but in another country. But even this idea feels bad. And the reason I say bad, it's like, I could go to a Latin American country and get a job as an engineer and make like $20,000 US a year, and maybe that's fine. Like, maybe that's a livable salary. And I'm sure, like, there are many people in these countries that would say, well, that's what you should do if you move to our country. Otherwise, you're fucking up the economy, bringing in an American salary. But that's what I would like to do. Yeah, I'd like to work remotely and then find myself traveling across, the Central and South American continent, living a good life on my American salary. And it would be wonderful if I was only working like 20 hours a week part-time, because my American salary would still be putting me in a pretty good position, I think. But I feel like I have a lot of work to do, or like maybe it's not a lot of work to do or a long time, but like there's a lot to figure out before I know how to be there. So yeah, that feels like a mystery to me. And so those were, I think, all the things that were kind of previously on my mind before I opened up this video. But I don't know, I get to the 10-minute mark and I feel like I still want to keep talking because I'm enjoying talking to myself and like vocalizing my thoughts and the things that I'm maybe frustrated by. And I think maybe it's because I want to move forward from here with some like plan of like, okay, what can I do as soon as I end this video? Like, what can put my mind at ease? Because if I end it now, which is likely to happen, I'm gonna sit back at this picnic table and sit in the sun until it gets too cold, and then I'll walk back to the house, and then I gotta figure it out from there. I could work out, feel low energy, might be a good rest day, but then if I don't work out, it feels like just a very wasted day, and I really don't like that feeling. And I think like ultimately I should just change my mindset on it. Like when you have these type of days where you're feeling kind of down or like frustrated, depressed, however it may be characterized as, like I have to remind myself that like it's kind of normal. And in life, like not every day is going to be, a bright one full of energy where I feel like everything I need to do is figure it out and have a game plan and, perfect direction. And so I'm trying to convince myself that, it's okay. It's interesting because I had actually another couple thoughts while I was walking over here. I remember Andrew had said something like the life that, like I'm paraphrasing, so like, he may have said it a little bit different, but this is how I'm repeating it. Like the life that you're living now is exactly what you want to be doing. Ultimately, like, and it kind of sounds shitty in some ways. Like if your life is really shitty and like you have tough circumstances, you might think that statement's bullshit because of course you don't want what is happening. And like I think it's kind of bullshit in some sense too, because not everyone has the same opportunities and some people just have shittier lives. Like that's just how it is. So I don't fully agree with the statement, but I think the point was more so imagine yourself in a life full of opportunity and you're living beneath your potential and your life is only mediocre because you're allowing it to be. Because with so many opportunities, you have the ability to seize them and act and I guess maybe what I mean to say is like the power is in your hands to seize whatever opportunities come your way, and your job or your duty maybe is to make the best life that you can with the hand that you're dealt. And maybe that's the better way of saying it. And when you choose not to do this, like that's on you. And I think I'm saying this because I feel like I have lots of opportunity and I am fortunate enough to be who I am in the place that I am. But I think at the same time, I am not living up to my potential And there are opportunities that I think I should be seizing, or rather, the opportunity that I have is the life that I'm living, and maybe it could be better in the sense where I could be living in a way that makes more sense to me, being integral to who Riley is, because that's the other theme is integrity. And it's like, it's listening to your heart, yourself, your mind, and really feeling like what it is that you feel in any given moment through any action and experience, and being honest with yourself. Hey, is this really what I want for myself? And if the answer is no, then you have work to do. And I think maybe that thought has been going through my head today. It's like, man, I feel like my life is good, right? Like I'm not working. I have food to eat. I'm living with my friends essentially, and I don't have a lot of stresses in my life. But if I continue to be so lax and complacent, I think things will stray from what I consider good or ideal. And I don't want that to happen. And so I think I need to seek more, whether that means finding more satisfaction in the current lifestyle that I have, or working towards another ideal lifestyle. And I think part of that is like, I need to define what the hell that is. Because I don't think I've been as I don't want to say like conscious of thought, but it's part of it is that, and like intentional with my plans for my future. And like I think ultimately it comes down to like really understanding what it is that I want for my future and defining those goals and working towards them, because I'm not sure what my goals are, or maybe I just need to make them more concrete. I have loose ideas in my head, but they need some solidifying and some gathering, and I don't know. I think maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's the answer I was looking for 8 minutes ago. Yeah, I feel much better. I enjoy finding a conscious stream of thought and following it through, and making sure that it's like a meaningful thought that I have, and not just like bullshit that I'm blabbing just to blab about, because I do that too.